In the bustling heart of Times Square, cameras flashed as an unlikely confrontation unfolded. Mark Gastineau, the fierce former New York Jet known for his relentless pass rush, stood across from Brett Favre, the legendary gunslinger, now adorned in a suit that had professionals whispering. They were surrounded by a curious crowd that had gathered to witness the tension unravel. Their exchange was set to be a focal point in an upcoming sports documentary exploring controversies surrounding historic records. Ever since that fateful game nearly 23 years ago, when Michael Strahan surpassed Gastineau's single-season sack record, debates had simmered beneath the surface of the sports world. That day, as the Packers faced the Giants, Brett Favre seemed to roll out right in slow motion onto the waiting arms of Strahan. To some, it looked like a scripted sequence, dangling with theatrical suspense, not competition. In a sharp tone that sliced through the noise of the city, Gastineau accused, "You gave him that sack, Brett. Real competition is played, not gifted. You made it nothing more than a handout." His words were laden with the weight of 2 decades worth of resentment. He had never hidden his belief that Favre's actions were a betrayal to the essence of the game. Favre, ever the icon of calm confidence, met the accusations with a composed rebuttal. "Mark, the play was real, and I was just doing what I thought was best at the time," he replied, his voice steady, but visibly tinged with regret over the continued animosity. Favre's eyes, usually twinkling with mischief, now reflected the somber sincerity of old deeds revisited. This heated interaction was captured in vivid detail by the documentary crew surrounding them. No amount of cut scenes or retakes could dilute the passion on display. It was the essence of sports, legendary figures revisiting the moments that defined and sometimes haunted them. As they continued their verbal duel, the world around seemed to fade. Ghosts of past games lingered in their eyes, both stained by victories and losses. The documentary sought to untangle fact from perception, offering audiences a raw, unrehearsed glimpse into sportsmanship and historical narratives. The scene ended not with reconciliation, but with the shared, quiet understanding that some truths remain elusive, lost in the haze of time and perspective. As the cameras recorded every word, Mark and Brett knew the importance of this moment. Audiences would decide for themselves what was truth and what was legacy, as the echoes of a record lingered still.